Hello, I'm Katie Berns from Stockholm University. I'm here today to present the paper Queuing for Waste, Sociotechnical Interactions Within a Food Sharing Community on behalf of my co-authors Chiara, Rossitto and Jakob, Tholander. There's much engaging past work that investigates how digital technologies may be utilised to rescue and redistribute surplus food in different settings, from charity to commercial. However, in previous work, in most cases the exchange of surplus food is centred around a digital platform, and the majority of interactions take place online. We identified queuing as an important aspect of sharing events, both in terms of managing the flow of attendees and for communicating activism. In this paper, we focus explicitly on the situated interactions centred around queuing and the potential role of digital technology within that space. These contributions were the result of an ethnographic study of food sharing in Copenhagen, a grassroots initiative operating in Denmark since 2016. Food Sharing Copenhagen runs face-to-face food sharing events with the goal of reducing food waste. These events are open to anyone who wishes to attend, which marks a profound difference from the sharing for charity model that we've seen in other studies. Our findings reveal how face-to-face food sharing events increase the visibility of food waste as an issue, as attendees get the opportunity to see all of the rescued food rather than just their individual share. We also found that through the labour of volunteers, donated food which would usually go to waste is instead reframed as valuable and shared with attendees as a gift rather than a commodity exchanged through monetary transactions. Finally, we were able to identify how the communities shift from traditional queuing mechanisms such as first come first served line aggregation to more dynamic mechanisms such as the randomized number system or the picture-based system reflect this notion of sharing food as a gift and support the community's activist endeavour around food waste. Throughout the paper, we borrowed from scholarship on community economies to engage in a discussion on how concepts of commoning and care can help us to rethink queuing. We asked designers to reflect on the potential effects of digitally mediated queuing. While digitally mediated queuing may make the flow of attendees more efficient, for example by digitising tickets and distributing them before events, this could also remove much of the face-to-face interactions that unfold before each event. Such interactions help to break with individualism and sustain mutual relationships among the different actors taking part in events. By considering the value of mutual relationships, we highlight how queuing can facilitate commoning, that is the possibility to care and manage together practices of food distribution. Moreover, we see how queuing at food sharing events can become an opportunity to encounter others and collectively benefit from shared resources, rather than simply a mundane activity that must be optimised. To conclude, this paper shows queuing as an important aspect of organising activism, in that queuing practices intertwine with the framings and meanings associated with surplus food. With this in mind, the paper shows how changes in seemingly mundane practices like queuing can incur significant changes in the sharing dynamics of a community. Thank you very much for listening, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.